Hi, welcome to Heart of the Home. I'm Chef John Maxwell, and we're here at Meadow Hall and Meadow Event Park in Doswell, Virginia, where we get to play with great Virginia food every week. Today, we're going to be playing with great seasonal vegetable, pumpkins. Pumpkins are everywhere this time of year, and we're going to be making a pumpkin cheesecake. So, we're going to get started by making the crust. We're going to add 2 cups of chopped pecans here. I'm going to add some melted butter. Right? And the actual recipe numbers are on my website, and on the website for the Farm Bureau. So you can go up there and figure out exactly how much butter. It's about 2/3 of a cup. But all the ingredients are listed up there with the recipes. And now I'm going to put this into the oven and let it toast off a little bit. Okay, while the crust is firming up in the oven, we're going to mix our batter. So I've got about 1 pound of softened cream cheese. Now you can use commercially soft cream cheese, like a whipped cream cheese for this, but you'll need to add a bit to the volume because that makes it measure more. All right, now we're going to add our cooked mashed pumpkin. Now this can be pumpkin left over from a dish that you've done for the holiday, or it can be canned if you want it to be canned. This time of year you can get that. But it needs to be cooked and it needs to be mashed in order to mix in with this cream cheese. So now I'm going to mix this together. Now I'm going to take some sugar, about 2/3 of a cup. I'm mixing the pumpkin and the cream cheese together to make sure it's relatively smooth. And it's okay if there are some chunks in here. Some white streaks in the cheesecake are not going to be a bad thing. So you want to make sure that it's seasoned well. So I've got some nutmeg and some cinnamon. And so this is what nutmeg looks like whole, right? And we grate it down and put it in there. It's got a very great aroma. So we'll mix this in, get that distributed all through. Now we're going to add 3 eggs, 3 whole, grade A, large eggs. Let me get this out of the way. Now I'm pounding it on a flat surface. I always pound on a flat surface to open eggs so that the shell doesn't get into the egg. And now I'm going to pop the yolks and stir this in there. Okay, now this is smooth enough so I can use a whisk again. I'm going to add a teaspoon or so of vanilla. Mix that in. Okay, you can see there's still some lumps in here, and that's okay. I'm going to get the crust out of the oven now. And I'm going to add the pumpkin filling to the crust. Now, you don't have to do it while it's hot. You can let the crust sit for as long as you need to, but it isn't going to hurt to do it right away. So now we've got the pumpkin cheesecake batter in the springform round, and I'm going to put this in the oven, and it's going to take about 50 minutes to bake. Now, I've taken this out of the oven. It's cooled off enough for me to be able to handle it and to take this springform pan apart, right? But it isn't cooled off yet enough to cut. So I'm going to use one I baked before, cut it, and I've set this plate so we can see a way to set it up, but I've got some ground nutmeg and some ground cinnamon around with the garnish of the ingredients. So here we have it. This is a pumpkin cheesecake with a pecan crust. Join us next week on Heart of the Home when we get to play with more great Virginia food.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found online at chefjohnmaxwell.com and virginiafarmbureau.com.